never gonna trust me.
Trust you? Where has that ever gotten me?
There have been a lot of subtle movies that have come out over the last year or so, and they have been ones that might just be something you want to see. For example, there is the After series that has already gotten 2 movies. The first one was After, and then the second one was After We Collided, that released back in 2019. Now, many are expecting After 3 to not just happen, but to further build upon what was in those first 2 films. But what exactly does that mean? Allow us to show you 7 things to expect in After 3. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 7. After We Fell.
I'm done playing this game.
So let's start off with something rather basic, the name of the third film. That will likely be After We Fell, which is the official name of the third book in the series made by Arthur Anna Todd. So that is a decent lock on that aspect of the film. But what will happen in terms of filming? Well, that is where things get a little more interesting, because it's already been confirmed that After We Fell and the 4th film in the series, After Ever Happy, are going to be filming at the same time. This is due to the world's condition in regards to the global lockdown and pandemic. As such, they're taking precautions on various levels, not the least of which is them filming it together, but also they're filming both films in Bulgaria. Why there? Well, the first 2 films were made in the United States, as you would expect. However, the pandemic is still running rampant throughout the US, and even with the vaccine starting to come into play, there are many who are still going to get sick in the meantime. As such, with things not looking better in the US, the film team is moving everything to Bulgaria so that filming can go unhindered because the cases of the virus are much less there. This is something that many film studios are having to do in various ways to help ensure that their films and TV shows can continue. Plus, this can be viewed as a good thing since that means that the release of the 4th movie will not just be guaranteed, but will likely get released much sooner because of them filming the movies back to back. But only time will tell if that comes true, naturally. 6. The synopsis of the story.
Excuse me? I think that you're in the wrong room.
We won't spoil everything that goes on in the book, though we bet that many of you are going to be reading it if you haven't already, but we'll give you the synopsis of the story so at least you know what to expect. Just as Tessa makes the biggest decision of her life, everything changes. Revelations about her first family and then Hardin's throw everything they knew before in doubt and makes their hard-won future together more difficult to claim. Tessa's life begins to come unglued. Nothing is what she thought it was, not her friends, not her family. The one person she should be able to rely on, Harden, is furious when he discovers the massive secret she's been keeping, and rather than being understanding, he turns to sabotage. Tessa knows Harden loves her and will do anything to protect her, but there's a difference between loving someone and being able to have them in your life. This cycle of jealousy, unpredictable anger, and forgiveness is exhausting. She's never felt so intensely for anyone, so exhilarated by someone's kiss. But is the irrepressible heat between her and Harden worth all the drama? Love used to be enough to hold them together, but if Tessa follows her heart now, will it be the end? Deep questions, would you not agree? And that's part of the intensity and passion that has drawn many people to this franchise, for better or for worse, is that it doesn't shy away from some of these darker parts of romance and how things can change on a dime. So what will happen in the movie that will truly change everything? What will be these secrets that drive Tessa and Harden apart and then maybe back together again? It's hard not to spoil it, but it'll be worth it for fans for this series, no doubt. 5. The cast.
I didn't believe the extent at which she was describing it, but yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised.
Given all the factors that are going into not just making these next 2 movies, but making them safely during the global pandemic that is still going on, it would be very easy to see them recasting certain roles or trying to limit the roles of others who can't make it to Bulgaria to film. However, on that front, we have good news. It appears as though pretty much all of the cast are going to be there, from the actor and actress who plays Harden and Tessa, to Dylan Sprouse returning as the best friend, to Zed coming back, and more. There's a lot of familiar faces that you're gonna see in the next couple of movies. However, there are going to be some new replacements for certain characters. For example, one actress will be replaced because of their real-life pregnancy. Another is leaving the film franchise because of disagreements with the writing and certain other things. And there are some other replacements that will be sprinkled throughout the cast. So it's something you need to keep an eye on. 4. The plot.
I hate the heat. Heat get into people's minds and make them do some crazy things.
We've already given you the synopsis for the book After We Fell, but let's now dive a little deeper into the plot of the movie itself, or at least what it's likely to be about in terms of true details. For example, at the end of After We Collided, we got a rather shocking revelation. Just when it was clear that Tessa and Hardin were going to go and give their relationship a chance, Tessa's father shows up in dramatic fashion, and this will play a lot of havoc on things to come. What's more, other secrets that are coming out are going to make Tessa and Hardin have lots of second thoughts about their relationship and possibly find feelings for others. Something that has been teased throughout the previous films. Plus, as is basically a staple of the film, the two are going to react very badly to how each other is handling the new revelations in their life, including, as teased in the synopsis, Harden going to sabotage to try and make things better on his end while sticking it to Tessa, which is dark, and that has gotten a lot of fans talking about what the After series is really trying to promote. 3. The toxic relationship.
There is something you could do for me, Doctor.
Anything, I mean, yeah.
When it comes to entertainment via TV and movies, there are certain stereotypes that are played to an infinite degree because it works. There are the star-crossed lovers that end up getting together. There's the past love that re-enters their lives and makes them question who they're with now. There's the accidental love that happens when two random people enter each other's lives and they realize they're made for each other, and so on and so forth. But for the After series, especially with movies and how everything is portrayed, certain fans are a bit worried that this is another branch of relationship, the toxic relationship. In short, this is a relationship where both sides aren't good for one another, and yet they try and make it work, often ending badly for one or both of them. This is very much what's shown in the films, as both Tessa and Hardin make terrible decisions and do terrible things to one another as they try and figure out if their love is real. The team behind the film had to come out and note that this is entertainment when this movement started, which is a solid defense, and yet doesn't stop the fact that the film is showing that kind of relationship and trying to glamorize it in certain ways. So is this a bad franchise for trying to promote that kind of thing? You decide. 2. Hardin being Harden.
It haunts you! I fucking watched it happen, you bastard!
Many people are honestly nervous about another aspect of the movie interpretation of things. In the third book, as teased before, Harden goes postal in certain ways as he tries and fails to cope with just how crazy things are getting between him and Tessa. If you look at reviews of the book, you'll see that some fans aren't happy with how author Anna Todd portrayed him. Some even went as far as to say it was a very wrong way of interpreting him, which is saying something. So given all of this, you can understand why people are both eager and hesitant to see just how the movie portrays him, because he's a key part of the film, and doing Harden wrong might sour interest in the fourth film. 1. The wait is on.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
The hardest thing, though, for fans right now is waiting for the film to come out. They really want to see what happens next, especially those who haven't read the book. But they do indeed have to wait. Will it be worth it? It's hard to say, but there are those who are no doubt going to like it no matter what. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the potential After 3 movie, and what is likely to happen with it? What did you personally think of the first 3 films, if you got to see them? What do you personally hope to see happen in the third film, should it be brought to life? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.